Hey everyone, it is the Honey Badger, and today we are going to start doing the prep work on the body of the truck so we can get ready for the wrap we will be putting on it coming soon. This will definitely be a multi-part video process for sure because of the amount of work that's going to go into it. Today we're going to start a little bit with just some sanding. I don't even know how far we're going to get, but we'll get some of it done so we can at least get some progress going. We'll probably spray some white primer etcher, not really etcher, but some kind of white paint primer on it to cover up any of the bare metal spots because there will be plenty of them. And then the truck will be white again for a little bit. And then there is the wrap, which we will have coming. I have a couple samples on my way to look at some colors that I'm interested in. One of them still in the vein of a white color, but with a little bit more fun to it. I'm not trying to be too loud with the color on this truck, but if you have an idea, let me know down below in the comments. I would be interested to see what you think would be a good combo. Obviously, we have a blue interior, so that's really loud. We'll see if we change that in the future. But for now, I think white will go well. I've thought of some other colors, kind of going for more of a, I don't want to say tough look, but something that's a little more off-roady looking. We'll definitely see if that is an option. So if you have an idea, let me know in the comments. So we're gonna prep it. We're gonna start sanding with our orbital sander, probably 80-ish grit we'll start with. We'll see if that's enough. Some of this is pitted pretty far, but we wanna prep this, get some of this loose chipping paint off of the truck, and prep this metal to bare metal, not rusty metal, which there's plenty on the roof and plenty on the hood and plenty of other spots. So we won't need to do the entire pickup, but there's plenty of spots that need hit before we can get things nice and flat, smoothed out. We'll fix any dents and dings too that we run along the way. Luckily, there's not that many on this truck and there won't be too much we'll need to probably address. So time to start prepping, and we'll have plenty of videos of prep work. So how fun can that be? I guess we'll find out. All right, so we're checking in pretty much, I would say over halfway through the sanding. So actually everything on the outside has more or less been sanded, including the back, including the sides, which are now down to bare metal. We did do one test spot up here of painting it and seeing how that would go, if it was gonna flow with the paint, if that's what we want. I'm not sure. I'm gonna probably do a little small area where I test wrap the painted part versus just the bare metal part. So we have some rust treatment that we also still need to do. The roof turned out surprisingly decent. This was the hardest hit spot. There's obviously some still rust up there and some surface rust. We'll still hit that up with some sanding and some treatment. But everything else is turning out a-okay so far. Now the next thing that we need to do to finish sanding the rest of the body or other parts that might need a little help is taking off the side molding, which is just double-sided sticky tape on. We're gonna use a heat gun to blast this off. And these look a little rough, so we're probably gonna either wrap them in black or maybe we'll paint them, but they definitely are gonna come off. We're gonna need to prep them and then we'll reattach them after we're done with the wrap. So that's what I'm gonna work on next. Need to get that off so we can continue sanding up close near it where we might need to finish smoothing out the rest of the body. But that means we'll be able to start wrapping, because as long as we don't have any harsh paint lines, which there's a few spots we might have to go over, like if these are smooth on the body, we won't need to, this isn't gonna show through the wrap. Right here, it's got a little bit more of a hard edge. We'll need to sand that down just a little bit more. So there will still be some sanding that needs done, but we're getting close to the wrapping point. All right, now both sides of the truck have now had the trim removed after using the heat gun. Obviously a bunch of sticky was still left behind, but we used some razor blades to get most of that off, and then we lightly sanded it to kind of just get it down to where we need it to be. And I will say on this side for sure, and even if we swing around and we take a look at this side of the truck, without the actual trim on, I actually kind of like how clean it looks. So the trim might not go back on. We'll see how it looks after we get the wrap on the vehicle, but for now, I actually think that looks fairly clean down the side of the truck. So maybe the trim won't go back on because it was going to be probably a bit to restore it to make it look decent, but it doesn't look that good right now. So right now, I think that might be what we do. Maybe no trim. So we'll see. But now I think we need to take the truck bed off the pickup because I want to get to a spot where I can prep and wrap back behind here. Because obviously wrapping this part, I could probably just do a little bit and let it go partway down, but it'd be better if it was all wrapped. Also, if we peek our heads in there just a little bit, you can see there is bare metal and chipping paint back in there. Also, there's some rust on the very back side of the actual bed itself. So maybe we'll take that all off, get that prepped, get that sprayed, and get that ready. So when we wrap, what I'll do is I'll probably wrap that back part, lower back part first, and then we can put the truck bed back on to continue the wrap. Because also, again, when we get in here to wrap around this edge, this corner to make this one piece, this will be hard with how tight this is. And you'll see white in there. And I would like it if the wrap went far enough in there or be all the way in there so it would look clean and consistent throughout the whole pickup. So taking off the bed of the truck is going to be its own video, so we'll stop here for now. We'll take the bed off. We'll prep probably both sides in between there. See if there's any rust treatment we want to do on the actual bed or on the truck itself, like on the frame. But yeah, for now I think we're going to call it. Make sure you leave a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe for future content and make sure the bell notification is on so you don't miss out. And we're going to call things here for now. We'll see all of you in the next video.